I want to tell you a true story about a felony crime of witness tampering in two candidates, both Republicans, who ran for county commissioner in El Paso County, Colorado. Carrie Geitner versus Garfield Johnson. She won. He lost. But after he lost, Garfield Johnson got video evidence of voter fraud, so he wrote a press release. Candidate alleges fraud. Colorado Springs, Dr. Garfield Johnson, candidate for El Paso County Commissioner District 2, has filed an affidavit with the 4th Judicial District Attorney. The affidavit alleges fraud was committed during the County Commissioner District 2 Assembly, held on March 28th through March 30th. The affidavit named the County Commissioner District 2 Chair, Fred Little, for violating CRS 1-13-301, fraud at precinct, caucus, assembly, or convention. The affidavit also named an IT specialist with the El Paso County Republican Party, David Rollins, for violating CRS 1-13-303, other offenses at precinct, caucus, assembly, or convention. The affidavit states the IT specialist fraudulently voted more than once and falsely impersonated an elector and voted under his name or under an assumed name. Garfield's press release was emailed to the winning candidate, Carrie Geitner, who was alarmed, not that voter fraud may have helped her win, but that her personal friends, Fred Little and David Rollins, were being accused of crimes, of rigging the election for her. The winning candidate, Carrie Geitner, personally telephoned the fraud victim, Garfield Johnson, to persuade him to drop his criminal charges. She didn't know she was being tape recorded legally.
Okay, so are you saying that you believe that, I hear you saying that Dave Rollins is good at, so are you saying that you believe that he logged in and changed people's votes? I've known, Fred has been a volunteer with the party for quite some time.
Right.
I don't believe that he did anything wrong. I feel like he's being attacked and that it's very sad. And Dave Rollins...
Dude, can I say something to you? No matter how it turns out, they will never put us on the ballot. So you are the only person that's going through. But we need to know what Fred Little has done, what took place, and we can't get specific or straight answers as to what's going on, other than a video where Dave Rodnick incriminated himself.
No, he didn't incriminate himself. You're repeating Gordon, and Gordon's completely wrong. I appreciate you being willing to talk to me, and
Right.
I appreciate you willing to explain your situation. So what he is filing and doing is alleging that Fred Little and Dave Rollins committed both felonies and misdemeanors. This is not just trying to find out what happened. He is trying to get someone to file criminal charges against these people. Do you believe that the volunteers who ran that assembly should be filed criminal charges against them?
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you let me talk to my campaign manager? I have a meeting at my house tonight, and I'll get to the bottom of everything. I'll get back to you by tomorrow morning.
There's a lot to think about here, Garfield. I appreciate your endorsement. I'm not sure that I can call that an endorsement if you're still carrying this on.
I just got to wait till my campaign manager comes over and with my other 3 staff so I can figure it out from here.
I stand by both Fred and Mr.
Okay.
Rollins. I've known them for years to be good volunteers with the party. There's
Okay.
never been a question of character. So I do stand by that, and I want you to know that. And asking you to consider that.
Okay.
And certainly, I would prefer to be able to move forward with
Right.
this and have a good understanding that
Right.
you are, a good actor in this.
Right. Okay. I'm going to send
and that way, if you want
Right.
to stay involved politically, then
Right.
perhaps, we will have the opportunity to work together in the future.
Did you hear it? Quid pro quo. If Garfield becomes a good actor and drops the criminal complaint, Carrie will provide him political help in the future. Listen to her again.
There's a lot to think about here, Garfield. I appreciate your endorsement. I'm not sure that I can call that an endorsement if you're still carrying this on.
Okay.
And certainly, I would prefer to be able to move forward with
Right.
this and have a good understanding that
Right.
you are, a good actor in this.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. I'm going to send
and
a.
that way, if you want
Right.
to stay involved politically, that
Right.
perhaps we will have the opportunity to work together in the future.
Okay. Didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. Geitner, on behalf of you and your husband, good race. Thank you so much for calling me.
Thank you, Garfield.
All right. Have a
All
great
right.
day.
You have a good one.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Garfield Johnson then talked to his campaign consultant, who overheard the entire conversation and provided the following graphic political analysis.
I'm trying to give you the lay of the land. That phone call is because she knows if this thing keeps going forward, it's going to be bad for her. That's why it said she now knows that if you withdraw, she owes you. That's why you do shit like this. You just got a chip. You can play now. You got a marker like in John Wick. Right. You got a marker that you can cash in any fucking time you need to when shit goes left. You got a marker. She just gave you a marker. Take the marker. Let Gordon take the fucking hit. And get the hell out of this shit.
Garfield Johnson then sent out the following email to all of the delegates announcing his plan to withdraw his criminal complaint. From Garfield Johnson. Sent Wednesday, April 22nd. Subject, P.S. apology to Fred Little and David Rowlands. Dear delegates, I want to thank specifically Fred Little and Dave Rowlands for their assistance in the Commissioner District 2 Assembly. I want to apologize for the pain I created by filing a criminal affidavit accusing them of committing fraud during the Commissioner District Assembly. I realize now that I made those accusations based on a misunderstanding of the process. Both Fred and Dave should be commended, not condemned for work. I will be withdrawing that affidavit so that any taint associated with their efforts in the Assembly will be removed. Sincerely, Dr. Garfield Johnson, M.A., M.P.A., Ed.D. for County Commissioner, District 2. Garfield Johnson then called another candidate in the same race, Gordon Klingenschmidt, to explain why.
Gordon, I spoke with Carrie about 5 or 6 times. A crime was committed. You and I both know it.
Yes.
Okay? The audit trail, we will never get the audit trail because there is no more audit trail. It's gone.
Yes.
I think that the best thing for me to do is just endorse her. I said, okay, I'll endorse you, and I'll discuss it with you at a further date what you need from me and what you need. I said, and she told me that you endorsed her as well from the conversation. I said, okay, I'll do that. She asked me where was my case at. I said I don't know, but if I had to guess, it won't be with. That was 2 days ago. It won't be with the El Paso County DA because that man endorsed you. It will be at the Pueblo DA. And she goes, well, are you going to withdraw that?
Yeah, but why would Carrie want you to withdraw your complaint? Did she ask you to do that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What is her motive, do you think, in asking you to withdraw your complaint?
My take on it is that the party won't support you. That's my take. And then the other take is um, the other take was I was upset that it was going to uh, cause a lot of stuff to come out that doesn't need to come out.
So she does not want to be embarrassed or have her friends embarrassed?
That's my impression.
Okay.
Gordon, I haven't been straight up with you about I did endorse Carrie the first day. I got a phone call um, about inconsistency of endorsing her and at the same time filing a criminal complaint. Okay? And I told her that was a separate matter. That's between me, Fred Little, and Rolnick, and that's when she defended them. So she has a right to defend these people. They're her friends. She's known them for years. So I guess she was doing a pitch because she really cared about them. And she doesn't want to see them hurt by this. So that's my impression.
Okay.
I didn't feel threatened, but I do feel pressure to let a man have his livelihood, do his job, and the other person continue to volunteer.
So you said you do not feel threatened, but you do feel pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colorado Criminal Code states, CRS 18-8-707, tampering with a witness or victim. 1. A person commits tampering with a witness or victim if he intentionally attempts without bribery or threats to induce a witness or victim or person he believes to be called to testify as a witness or victim in any official proceeding or who may be called to testify as a witness to or victim of any crime to A. Testify falsely or unlawfully withholding any testimony, or B. Absent himself from any official proceeding to which he has been legally summoned, or C. Avoid legal process summoning him to testify. 2. Tampering with a witness or victim is a Class 4 felony. Penalties include up to 6 years in prison and $500,000 in fines. The 10th Judicial Circuit District Attorney in Pueblo, Colorado, is now investigating allegations of felony witness tampering committed by Carrie Geitner. After considerable deliberation, Dr. Garfield Johnson did not withdraw his criminal complaint, and it's still going forward. Gordon Klingenschmidt is also cooperating with authorities.